Hello, this is Tisha McDonald here, Alternatives Beauty Studio. Coming to you from Delaware today. Hope all is well. What's up, Nikki?
Nothing much, just enjoying the day. Nothing much on my
It's a
end.
pretty decent day out today.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. It's getting cloudy now. It was sunny, but now it's getting a little cloudy, which is fine. It's still a good day. It's Sunday and relaxing day.
Um, I do something that I want to do. There we go. So how has your week been?
It's been busy. I went back to work this week and for the first time, so it's been a struggle. I just have to balance my work and Naturally Yours and Home and Rainbows. I just got to balance it. I think it'll be better this week. I have some type of that's what I'm organizing today, like getting the meals together, getting the outfits ready for work, and it's Thanksgiving this week, so hoping that it's not going to be too rough of a week. But it's new, so anytime that you start new, it has some kinks, and it just has to be worked out. What about you? What about you?
We're about to, eventually in November, so it's been big. Viewers, how this is not. I got two bad news calls. My clients passed away, heart attack. Not too much older than us, about 47. She was about 52, 53 maybe. And, I had text her because we are in the process of moving and she asked me for a dryer. And so I let her know the dryer is ready. And then her girlfriend calls and says she passed away. So I was just like heartbroken about that. And then I got another call from one of my classmates that, a funeral this week. Um, but I don't want to go into her stuff because I know she watches me on Facebook and I don't want to, put out business. But one of my classmates, again, is just like 22 years old, 23 years old. The parents are never going to be the same after this year.
Yeah. We talked about that last week about the holidays and how it's not necessarily happy for everyone. And I had this discussion with my sweet mate as well. I want to just say thank you guys for tuning in and thank you guys for catching the replays because we get a lot of feedback on the replays. And I just want to touch on this real quick. Someone watched us last week and really was encouraged by what we said and are going to take some of the tips that we left. So if y'all missed Winter Blues series that we talked about last week, catch the replay on the Winter Blues and maybe some things that can help you during this season. So we just wanted to touch on that real quick, but that's not going to be our topic today. Today we're going to talk about different hair care regimes. Again, we get a lot of questions about keeping your hair healthy and strong during all seasons, but now we're going into the winter season. And so we still get inboxes on that. If y'all don't know, we are here live with you guys on Sundays and on Wednesday evenings. So we will greatly answer all of your questions. If you put it in the chat, we will definitely get to it the next session that we have. So T, what was the question that you had that you saw in the replay?
The questions that I had in the replay, well, not for the replay. This was yesterday. One of my clients came to me, a new client, never met her before, so she was new. Um, I said, well, your hair is very dry. What is your what do you do? What's your regime? And she washes her hair twice a week. Okay, but her mom had been giving her bad advice to wash her hair every day. And up here in PA, our water has a lot of minerals in it. It's very hard water up here. So I said to the mom, no, she can't wash her hair every day. And even if she were going to wash it every day, she's not conditioning it every day. So
Mhm.
the daughter wanted to know, well, what can she do? What is the difference between, and she asked me, what is the difference between a regular conditioner and a deep? So the best thing I could do. I'm all about visual aid. So I went to the back and I grabbed the regular conditioner and I grabbed uh, a deeper conditioner, a heavier conditioner. So it was the same line. This conditioner I showed her was for color treated hair. So I showed her the regular bottle. I said if it's in a bottle, it's usually your regular conditioner, but if it's in a tube, it's thicker. The consistency is thicker. So I showed her on the back of my hand, you see this and you see this. And so I said, this is what makes it a deep conditioner. Um, work a little better. It penetrates a little more. We didn't even get into steam treatments, but we did get into hot oil treatments. I told her she may need to do that because it is cold up here already. Now, Delaware right now, and here is 50, but in the Poconos, 15-degree difference.
Mm-hmm.
Treatment, as well as deep conditioning. She's taking out all of her natural oils by washing day.
Okay. I heard you say what you said. With that, we need to point out, because people will say, well, what about co-washing, or the co-wash or whatever, when they do the conditioning treatment only on their hair. So you told her that she needs to do a deep condition and everything like that. So we're going to touch on that co-wash thing too, because your area has the minerals in the water and everything like that. So we don't really recommend just the co-washing, which is when you just put conditioner on your hair and let it go, instead of shampooing it and conditioning it. So we have to talk about all those things: the co-wash, as well as the deep conditioning and the regular conditioning. And we have a book about shampoos and conditioners. So if y'all go to twinness.com, you could get all the information there. It's a easy book to read. On the different shampoos and conditioners, different hair treatments that you can do, oil treatments and everything, steam treatments, is all in that book. So if you go to twinness.com, it's not very expensive at all, but you're going to get a wealth of knowledge in the books. So just wanted to, why did you not suggest maybe a co-wash to that client or that asked?
Don't believe in co-washes at all, period. I'm not a big fan of co-washes. Sometimes we're at odds with things like this.
Yes.
Washes for me. I'm not I know you do that to Rain though.
No, I don't really do co-washing on Rain. No, I'm not a big co-wash either. I really do like to shampoo and condition the hair. I think that it's important to do both. So you suggested her, you told her the difference between a regular conditioner and a deep conditioner. So on my end, the question I had, I'm in another group, and they were asking about retaining moisture in their locks specifically. And we was talking at the shop the other day about steamers. Like, this is a great time of the year to use a steamer. And some people never heard of it or don't know what that is. And so steamer adds moisture, it uses wet heat, whereas a dryer is dry. And so you can do a deep condition with the conditioner and go up under the dryer, but you're going to get more moisture if you did that under a steamer. And you don't have to sit under there very long. 15 to 20 minutes is all it takes, and it'll add great moisture to your locks, or just to your natural tresses, as we would say. What do you think about that, T?
I did recommend her the next that she gets a steam treatment. But at home, go ahead and do the hot oil treatment. Now, the next part was, she had never even heard of a hot oil. She didn't know what I was talking about. So it's very be in detail.
How old approximately? Because, what age range was this client? Say that again.
17.
Oh, 17. Okay, 17. So she's pretty young. So she might not have heard of an oil treatment. Again, you guys, this is Tisha McDonald of Alternatives Beauty Studio. And I am Tanika Gillard. I'm Naturally Yours. And we're just discussing just different types of hair care treatments during this season that we're going into. We want to wish you all a happy holiday. We know that we're all going to be busy getting ready this week. But we're talking about different treatments for your hair because sometimes people are worried about their hair being dry and brittle. What could they add to their hair? We talked about and we debated this if y'all want to catch another replay because this is going to be an easy week for us, you guys. Kids going to be out of school this week. And if y'all have time, y'all can go back and watch the video where we argued pretty much on petroleum, grease versus your natural products like your shea butters and stuff like that. So if you have time, y'all can go back and look at that. We have different points of view when it comes to certain topics, but we both agree that we're not real big co-wash fans. Sometimes, you might need the co-wash, you do what's best for your hair and healthy for your hair, but you really just need some straight guidance. And that's what we're here for. Tisha's been in the industry for many, many years, 20 plus years. Right on her coattails there as the baby sister. And so we just have our points of view, what works for her and her clients and what works for me and my clients. She's up north. So things are different there. People request different things there. I'm in the South and people have different requests down here than they do up there. So we just like to come to you guys on Wednesdays and Sundays discussing whatever y'all want to discuss. If it's hair, if it's anything else, anything you want to talk about, we're pretty much an open book. So so we're talking about shampoos and conditioners. And I think too, T, that we need to talk about protein shampoos and conditioners while we're on the subject, because a lot of our clients have weak hair, damaged hair. And so sometimes, and that's where you consult your professionals, you might need a protein treatment.
For sure. Protein is not for this time of season, though. Protein is for the summer months, spring, summer. So right now we're in the winter, fall. You need your moisturizing treatment. And it's good that you brought it up now because now is the season. So, but we don't want to continue to have this conversation. But, now is the time to do it since the season is changing. But yes, please check out our book. And I'm sorry if my computer is glitching or if it's slow. I'm in a different area and there is no internet where I am. So I'm using my Wi-Fi to pull to get internet service. So I'm sorry.
That's okay, T. I could keep it going for a little while. Do you see the condition?
We have a question.
Yes.
No, Rehani. Conditioners and shampoos do not straighten natural hair. It's the shampoo and the conditioner. It's not any kind of a chemical process. Chemical processes will straighten your hair. Shampoos and conditioners are not meant to change the pattern of your hair.
Right. They're not meant to change the texture of your hair. They're just meant to give it some guidance. Of course, your shampoos are to cleanse the hair and the scalp, and your conditioners are to add moisture back because the shampoo strips the hair and the conditioner add the moisture back to it. Of course, you can add your oils to that after you're finished. So yes,
To that, Tanika, but to that, Rehani, you might be thinking, because I can kind of see where you're going with this, where they have the curly shampoos for curly hair, shampoos for like kinky hair, but those are not changing the texture of the hair. It's just to give you a more defined curl and to go with your curl pattern, but that will not straighten your hair. Nothing is going to straighten your hair unless it's a chemical. So I hope that we have answered your question.
Okay. Yeah, creams and butters. Okay.
Yes, creams and butters. Your hair straightens if you do not use conditioner. Okay. When it is wet. Okay.
Now my daughter's hair
changes when the hair is wet. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no, no. I was just saying that even with my daughter, I used a dry shampoo last night, but even without the dry shampoo, when Rain's texture hair, and that's where we go into textures, Rain's texture hair, it gets very curly when it's wet, very curly with the moisture, with the wetness, the conditioner, the shampoo, anything is going to make her hair curl straight up. She's in the back laughing, but anyway, so it gets very curly, which makes it very tangly. And so I try not to use a lot of heavies on her, like the butters and the creams. So Miss Rahani, we try to stay away from the heavies on that particular texture hair unless you are wanting to define that curl.
That's
I use
exactly
more.
what I did on that client. That's what I did on
That's
that
what.
client yesterday. After, when I was asking so many questions, we used the curling putty on her hair after, because she got a serious cut. I should have taken some befores and afters. She was there for a cut. She got a serious cut. We sprayed her down, and then we put that curling putty so she could see her natural texture hair. It was very curly at the end.
And Rahani, if you want a particular look, if you notice this change in your hair with the shampoos versus the conditioner, and that's the look you want, go for it. If that's not the look you want, then change it up. Everybody's texture is different and does different things. And then like even with my daughter, she has maybe 2 or 3 different textures of hair on her head. So the top might be super curly and the back is going to be kinky. And so we have to work through all of that as well. So, and I think that that's one of the issues with the naturals is they say, they can't find the right product for their hair. And that's when it's a trial and error and you have to find what works best for your hair texture.
Loving the earrings.
Thank you, Yogi Dadas. Yogi Dada, shout out. These are very old, my black and whites. I like to wear it with my black and white. I wear stripes but anyway, so yeah, I love Yogi Dada. Y'all know I have a million pairs of her earrings. But Tisha, we have a special guest coming and
I was just going to say that.
yes, his name is LP. He just wrote a book, and it really talks about the controversies in the church. Why don't church people talk about certain topics and don't address them in a deep way? So his name is LP, and I'm gonna post that out later on, the name of the book. He'll be joining us Wednesday evening. But y'all, we're changing the time for Wednesday evening because now I'm working, you guys. So we're gonna change the time just a little bit. We'll be coming to you live at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Time.
Yes, and thank God tomorrow we get the cables and internet set up here in Delaware. So when we come to you Wednesday, am I going to be here? I'll be here in Delaware. I'm going back to Pennsylvania tomorrow. So my schedule, but we'll have internet when. So I'm
Okay.
excited to meet LP, and I'm excited to hear about his book, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I love when we have guests on.
Me too. LP is a barber, but he's also a special education educator, teacher. He is a minister, pastor. But I like him because he reaches out to the youth and he does a lot for the community. I mean, he just keeps it real. He's like a young minister, and I like young ministers that can relate to the kids into this time because we're going through so much. And because he worked in the school system, he resigned from that, but he understands, and he's just great in the city of Birmingham.
Nice.
So
Good to
yes,
be able to say.
say that again.
I said that's good to be able to say.
Oh,
He's like
absolutely,
a pillar in the
absolutely.
community.
Yes, and especially for our young men that really needs the guidance. So that's what I
And
really
what is the
like
name of his
about
book
LP.
again?
I don't remember the name, so I'm gonna post that information out later on. But yes, it does talk about the different things that happens in the church that the church don't want to address, and why is that?
Okay.
It's gonna be sold on Amazon, and it'll be great for Black Fridays sales or Christmas gifts or whatever like that. So we're gonna get into that with him on Wednesday, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, and 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And you guys, we're excited because we are working on our list of guests for January coming up, January 2021. We're going to be bringing you a lot of different things, a lot of knowledge from other people other than ourselves and other people in different industries. And so we are excited about that. Again, my name is Tanika Gillard. I am Naturally Yours. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. You can reach me at IamNaturallyYours.com if you need to book your appointments. Yes, I will be running some specials, so y'all stay tuned for that.
And I am Tisha McDonald, Alternatives Beauty Studio. And just to touch on what we are planning is for the year of 2021, not just January. It's for the year of 2021. I'm excited about it. We are about to go further and we are going to take things a little higher. I'm loving the list of guests. We just have to fill in their time slots and we are good to go. We are ready to roll. So nothing is set in stone. And if you haven't, you should start planning out your year for 2021. Nothing is guaranteed, nothing is promised, things change, but you got to be fluid. You got to be ready to roll with whatever's coming. So start planning your 2021. You know, it's never too late, it's never too early to plan. So this is Tisha, Alternatives Beauty Studio. Reach us on the Twinness, go check out our page. And that's it.
Y'all
Anything
have a
else?
good day. We'll see y'all Wednesday.
Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be here with our guest, LP. I'm excited.